Bismillah.
Ooh, okay. Yo, what up? It's your boy, Dash Lucky Cocoa Butter. Marcus, if you know me like that. And today we're back with another Nuke's Top 5 video. This time we're going to be doing 5 ghost videos so scary you'll need new pants. So, I'm wearing my brown pants. Deadpool taught me one thing, it's you gotta wear the colors you need to wear. So, let's jump right into this. We'll turn this up.
Top 5 ghosts. Call on camera.
I gotta get spooked. Loud
Wrong
noises.
way. Urban explorers Matt and Andy from the YouTube channel Finders, Beepers, History Seekers explore the abandoned Mossley Manor in Liverpool, England. The manor has a very dark history. The Victorian building was constructed.
Do you think there's ever a haunted place where there was like, you know what, nothing ever happened here, but there's just ghosts. We don't know why there's ghosts, but it's got this was Disneyland. Everyone had fun. No one ever died, you know, but it's haunted. I want to see one of those, you know.
Over 150 years ago by cotton merchant Nicholas Duckworth, who passed away in the home in 1889. In 1940, the manor served as a home for unwed mothers and their children. It was later sold to become a care home for the elderly and disabled, called Mossley Manor Care Home. Around 2014, reports began to surface of abuse and terrible living conditions at the Mossley Manor home. Even more disturbing, families discovered the unreported deaths of at least 10 elderly patients in the home. The care home was shut down in 2015. For obvious reasons, many claim that the Mossley Manor is haunted and is a hotspot for paranormal activity. But Matt and Andy from Finders Beepers are certainly not ghost hunters or even necessarily believers in the paranormal. They're just a couple of guys who enjoy doing urban exploration of old decaying properties like the Mossley Manor.
See, I used to do that when I was a kid. One time we got into the steam tunnels underneath the University of Utah, and we were all fucking walking around in there, and we got to this one like dead end where it was just like a grate, like a vent, and you could look through it, and it was like their fucking storage unit for the I guess museum that they had there. So there was like a giant taxidermied moose and like a bunch of just odds and ends and paintings and stuff, and it was super creepy because they were like, yeah, put on these gloves so if you touch something you don't get it on your fingers because there's a lot of gross stuff down here, but also don't touch the pipes because they're so old that you could just touch them and that's all it would take for them to burst and spray you with boiling hot water. And I was like, all right, cool. And then we eventually heard like footsteps walking down there, and we were like, all right, we are not getting busted. It could have been a ghost, I don't know, but we didn't stick around to find out. We were like, all right, other people are down here, we're leaving.
And cracking a few jokes along the way.
Alright, so we've just come in to a sort of where they keep
Is that their beer?
files and diaries and one thing and another.
He didn't look suitable to enter the building on account of him having a wild expression in his eyes.
Like this, that's a wild expression in your eye. Look at this guy. This guy right here, he looks like he's ready to be the next, he could be the next Robert Englund. He could be a fucking Freddy Krueger character.
How can
Psychopath coming in.
no, but who can judge whether somebody should be allowed in because they've got a wild look in their eyes?
Never let me in, would they?
This building is
No.
amazing, actually. I really want to go scrambling around on that roof, but I don't know whether I'm just currently too fat. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, my heart. This is like the entrance.
I like these guys. These guys are fun.
Not that we can see it because our Andy's bonds.
Even though the two guys try to keep the atmosphere light, when they are on their way up the manor stairs, Matt sees something truly chilling.
Wait.
And suddenly, things just aren't so funny anymore.
I saw something.
Right.
Hold on.
The manor stairs.
Oh, it was just like shadows or something.
Matt sees something truly chilling. And suddenly, things just aren't so funny anymore.
Right, just heading up. Is this the second or third floor we're going up to? It's because we went down to the basement, it's thrown me.
I've got no idea.
Totally thrown me. That paper's, they're thick, aren't they? Wallpaper in here is like good quality wallpaper. I will say that. Yeah. So, but yeah, you can see it goes up again.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hello? Somebody up there. Hello? I feel like there's somebody down there as well. Right, I'm going up.
This guy's got some. This is one of those lads in England that just go bosh and they get it done. What is that squeaking? Is he like shaking his camera so bad? Hear that?
Right, I've gone cold. Yeah. Oh, it might have been. I've gone cold because I saw somebody stood there. I saw a leg. Hello? You just fart. But they went that way, and there's nowhere you can go.
That's weird. That's got to be him like shaking with his camera.
A voice? I didn't hear.
I don't know if it like a man or a woman, but it was deepish.
He said, I like the question marks. He said it sounded like a man or a woman's voice, something demonish. Let me see if I can translate for you, Nuke.
I don't know if it like a man or a woman, but it was deepish.
I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman or maybe demish. I don't know what a demish is, but Kyle lived here. You see all those holes in the drywall?
That's weird. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage.
As Matt films the top of the staircase, he captures what appears to be the legs of someone or something who seems to be
Yeah, they do kind of like a little stutter step, like they're dancing, you know what I mean? Like,
watching them. The figure immediately walks off toward the right and disappears. Matt and Andy immediately head up the stairs to investigate, but they can't find anyone or anything to explain what Matt captured on camera. Even stranger, there is nowhere for anyone to walk or hide. Now keep in mind that the mysterious figure disappeared towards the right side. Well, that just leads toward a wall with a tiny boarded up window. The mysterious
yeah, and you would have heard someone scrambling out of that tiny little box and there's like all those leaves and shit right there.
person seems to have simply disappeared into thin air.
You're gonna enhance it for me,
But they
Nuke?
went that.
Because I feel like it could be the odd way that it's moving. There's a possibility that it's a shadow. Now it's a very distinct shadow of someone's legs, but it was very strange, like moving really weird.
Way, and there's nowhere you can go.
So could it be that they
Well, here's the thing. You can kind of see a difference between the black pants and like a navy blue right here. And the fact that this is completely lit up by his light and these are not in shadow makes me think that it could be not a shadow. Because these, if it was casting off of them somewhere, these would also be shaded.
They captured the ghost of Nicholas Duckworth still roaming his Victorian home. Could it be the apparition of one of the elderly patients that passed away inside the manor?
There was also a little bit of reflection on the very bottom of like the pants area.
Away inside the manor. Let me know what you think.
Like a light of some kind.
You can check out Matt and Andy's full exploration over on their YouTube channel, Finders Beepers, History Seekers. Meanwhile, on TikTok. TikTok user Chips and Chicken shared a strange video. She explains that the video was captured by CCTV late at night in the 50-year-old building of a Union Center in California. One night, something triggers the building's alarm. So the office manager goes to check the CCTV footage. He finds a truly chilling discovery that, as TikTok user Chips and Chicken put it, quote, freaked him out.
That's pretty good. How can we do that? You forget that.
It looks like she's floating, Bob.
What?
Oh God, that gives me the creeps.
Semi-transparent.
A white figure can be seen hovering around the back of the building. Workers who watched the footage believe it might be the spirit of a Union Center member who had recently passed away. TikTok user Chips and Chips.
It almost seems like they're like, it's like dangling, and it kind of is like, the feet are like swaying when it moves, and it stops. And then it kind of does that maneuver.
Chicken is baffled by the footage. She says that all of the men who work in this building are elderly,
so it stops,
and
the feet
simply
kind of sway,
wouldn't know how to fake something like this.
And then it kind of goes
So
in.
is it real? Or is it just an elaborate hoax?
This part's definitely weird, though, because these are like signs or something on the other side of this glass. Well, no, these could be taped to the glass. So I wouldn't say that it's transparent based off of that, because I thought that perhaps this was on the other side of the glass, like on the walls or something, but this could just be on the window.
You decide.
Honestly, people don't give old folks enough credit. How hard would it be to put a sheet over like the top of a mannequin and then dangle it from something and just pull it along a wire? They're like, we're the greatest generation. Oh, but take pity on us because we get scammed.
TikTok user, your mom's
Make up
undies.
your mind.
Let's just take a second for the giggles to pass.
Is this Robert Pattinson's TikTok? Look at this guy. He's ready to play Batman.
All right. Anyway, she claims that she is usually unaffected by anything scary that she watches on the internet or TV. But when her uncle sent her this video captured at his apartment in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, she was shocked. Tormented by frequent paranormal activity.
For a second, I thought there was that little head that was sticking out. And I thought like her uncle walked out and was like, what the fuck's that? And walked back in. But apparently the thing walking out's the creepy thing.
For the entire 4 years that they have lived in this apartment. But they say they've never captured anything like...
See, this thing right here is what I thought was creepy. This is a dude's head. These are like some low hands. Really low hands.
This before. What terrifies the family even more is that the dark figure, which appears to have claws for hands, can be seen coming out of their sleeping baby's bedroom. When they received the notification of captured movement caught by their security camera, they say they immediately fled the apartment to stay at their parents' home. So did the family capture some dark entity?
I mean, the hands? I mean, that could be basically anything. But it is super creepy.
You decide.
I mean, it like is artifacting.
If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
The ghost that scared my mama.
Popular Jordanian live stream ghost hunter.
My favorite. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Hassan Barbar is back with another terrifying investigation.
Hassan Barbar is the biggest badass when it comes to ghosts. He just sees a door, fucking wham, wham, wham. He's like, you know what? Kicks it open, looking around. That's how you gotta hunt ghosts. If you're gonna hunt them, you gotta get on them.
As he travels to an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere. The house is said to be haunted by a dark spirit or jinn. As Hassan explores, he records everything live for his Snapchat followers. Soon, he begins to hear a very chilling sound.
What?
Hey.
What the It was like a mixture between like a scream and a baby crying and like a goat being killed. Look at this guy. He just runs up in there.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الذي يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض وفي السماء وهو السميع العليم بسم الله الله أكبر بسم الله الله أكبر.
Hassan sees a dark figure peeking out from the door of the abandoned house.
Yeah.
As it darts back inside, Hassan runs to the building, but the figure has disappeared. But whatever is roaming the property seems
Devil's advocate here. When he walks in, he looks straight at the thing, walks in a bit, turns around, whole place is empty. Literally, the guy could have just been had his back up against the wall. He walks in, the guy just gets behind him and walks out. I'll show you the sequence of events.
inside. Hassan runs to the building, but
right here, he doesn't look straight to the right. He walks in 2 steps.
The figure has disappeared.
Pants.
But whatever is roaming the property seems to be getting even closer.
Just saying. Okay, it's a little closer now. And that fucking noise that it's making.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق بسم الله
Okay, that one would have been a little bit harder because if you were like taken off, they're running through dirt, you can hear him walking on it.
Again, Hassan runs as fast as he can, only to find nothing. He's beginning to get a little spooked, but he continues on.
Now, a little devil's advocate on this one. It's not very high of a wall. All right, let's say 5 feet. All he's got to do is, when he's in this area, you just kind of get up on the wall. Because he's seriously looking like down.
Only to find nothing. He's beginning to get a little spooked, but
and then he
on.
turns around and he shows the top of the wall.
Downright chilling.
نفسي أساعد أنا بس مش قادر. بسم الله. بسم الله.
Okay.
بسم الله. رجلي انضربت عليها يا اخوان.
Alright, he hit his foot while he was running in.
بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله.
Ooh, okay.
The terrifying scream becomes ear-piercingly loud, and Hassan once again attempts to run toward the source of the
stubs
sound,
his foot.
but he painfully stubs his toe against a piece of cement. The room appears to be completely empty as Hassan checks his injured toe. Then, out of nowhere, the intense screaming is back, and now it seems to be right where he's standing. Hassan is frightened but keeps filming for his live stream audience. That's when things take a terrifying...
Don't say a terrifying turn. They haven't taken a terrifying turn yet.
Bismillah. Ah! Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
So he was looking out a window. Sound like he got bitch slapped. And the fact that he's holding a flashlight in one hand and a camera in the other hand would make it kind of hard to slap yourself.
Bismillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما
I mean, he's doing it right now,
بسم الله
though.
الذي يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الذي يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم.
See, I'm looking around for like fucking...
الله أكبر الله أكبر. بسم الله. لا 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 اخوان. لا لا تعبت.
As Hassan looks out a window, he gets hit in the neck by something. As he points the camera towards himself to show his injured neck, a horrifying dark figure suddenly appears right behind him. Terrified, he turns around, but again, there's no one there. That's when Hassan has finally had enough. He decides to just get out of there. So did Hassan Barbar capture a malicious jinn or spirit live on camera? Or is it all effects and careful editing?
I don't know that this was edited. If this is done, it's done practical effects. Now, how hard would it be to have something just come up off of your back? You know what I mean? It could be like on a string where you just kind of pull it, and then when you pull that, it has a pulley system that raises something out of your backpack. It's that easy to do something like this. But the fact that you have, the way that I see it, you would have to have multiple actors. At least. Because there's got to be one guy that gets out, you go in the house, after he slips out the back, he goes around to the side of the thing, he peeks out, you get creeped out, he runs up, you have to quickly get up on top of that fence while he turns, then when he turns back around, you have to get quietly off the back of the fence, so when he looks this way, and then you got to sneak off into the distance. Then you have to have at least two people, one person like at the window screaming inside of the fucking house to make that terrible scream. I don't know. It seems to be a live stream, which I don't think that you can spoof a live stream, like take like 3 or 4 takes and be like, this one's the best one. Because this has all got to be done in one take too. So it would be an extremely elaborate hoax.
As always, you decide. You can find more creepy videos of Hassan's adventures over on his YouTube channel, Hassan.
But honestly, if you could get a black morph suit, you could make some creepy ghost videos. That's all I'm saying. That's all you would really need. A lot of them are just people looking down a stairwell and then a black shadow walks across and people, shit their pants. So that's honestly the key to faking a good ghost video is black morph suits.
Hassan Barbar. Follower. This next video was sent in by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer. He says that his uncle used to work in a rental store. One day, as he was walking in the door, he felt as if someone or something firmly touched him on the back. He looked around, but no one there. But when he checked the store's security footage, he was shocked to the core.
I can't believe that happened. Dude, just something touched me, dude.
Okay, that's a TV playing something. I was like, what is that? What are we looking for here?
Dude, get that person behind me. Dude, look at the mess. Now watch. Touches me. Gone. Gone, dude. Look. I'm like, what the f? Oh my god, man!
This guy's reaction is genuine. In both the video and the replaying
What the
of the
hell?
video, the commentary.
I'm looking for Penny. I'm looking, I'm like...
Now, normally I would say that what you see on the footage is simply caused by a common camera compression glitch, but the guy's reaction is just not so easy.
Yeah, the fact that you would have to fake this glitch and then also time your turning around and being like, what touched me?
To explain. The man looks around in confusion, and it seems that he truly believes that someone just touched him, even though there's no one there. So could this strange mist that seems to follow him be something paranormal? Let me know down in the comments.
It is spooky.
Off the air.
That one's one of the more realistic ones I've seen. Because when it's just two, like, dudes sitting by, like, filming their CCTV with their phones, that is, like, you know, too meta to be faked, in my mind. A little too meta to be like, all right, let's fake something on the CCTV footage, but we won't release the CCTV footage. We'll release a cell phone camera of us talking over it. Like, that is, like, way too meta for someone to fake. This is something that's actually unexplainable to these people.
Antonis Vlahos is a paranormal investigator from the Greek YouTube channel artofkickz Drastyriotites, which in English translates to paranormal activities.
I could have
Antonis
guessed that.
says that he was sent multiple reports from townspeople about the strange things happening in a quiet and mostly abandoned mountain village in Greece. The locals claim that one day, some time ago, something strange and unexplained appeared in the sky above the town. Some call it a, quote, thing, and some describe it as an ominous glow. Since the creepy incident, the locals claim that they experienced non-stop unexplained phenomena inside their homes. They say that they feel like they are being watched and can't sleep because whenever they try to get some rest, they get the grotesquely odd sensation of worms crawling on their feet.
What?
The activity has gotten so intense that almost all of the villagers decided to leave the town for good.
Wait, it's just an abandoned town because of footworms? It's just some creepy ghost with a foot fetish?
The very few inhabitants left are still looking for answers. Antonis Vlahos is skeptical about the strange reports, but agrees to travel to the small mountain town to investigate. When he and his cameraman arrive, they discover that many of the town's homes are indeed abandoned. They decide to spend the night inside one of these abandoned
That's the way to do it. Free lodging, baby.
homes to try and capture some of the reported strange phenomena on camera. As they explore the abandoned house, they begin to get the feeling that whoever used to live there left in a hurry.
Still got pictures on the walls? Damn, they did leave in a hurry.
Όλα κλειστά, μια μυρωδιά απέσια εδώ μέσα. Λες και έχουν ψοφήσει ζώα. Η μυρωδιά είναι τραγική. Μια βαριά ατμόσφαιρα. Το σπίτι είναι λες και με έναν άνθρωπο ξαφνικά φύγανε τακτοποιημένο. Καθρέφτες παντού, φωτογραφίες, πιθανόν από την
Yeah, that's a nice like little water jug, and it's just left on this nice, like, look at this. They got like ladies carved into it, and damn, they just left this shit.
Μάλλον είναι αυτοί που θα μέναν εδώ στο σπίτι κάποιος από αυτούς ή θα είναι το οικογενειακό του ζέντρο.
Furniture and electronics are left behind in the house, but strangest of all, even family photos are left scattered everywhere. It appears that the former occupants left in such a rush that they didn't even have time to pack away their precious family keepsakes. Later that night, Antonis and his camera
That is really creepy. Like those old photographs and stuff like that, just to leave them, all your cushions, all the pictures on the walls. When they were talking about dead animals, I was like, they better not have left like a dog or a cat or parakeet or something in there and just fucking said, fuck it, because I would be upset.
cameraman decide to lay down for a rest, but they leave their cameras recording just in case.
Well, that's because that's what you're there for, is so you leave those cameras recording. And that's what I hate. It's like, oh, we didn't record it. It's like, What are you doing? You should have a GoPro. You should have something you're filming with. You should have a back GoPro. That's what I would have. If I was in the ghost hunting business, I would have GoPro, like a helmet that had beers on the thing that goes straight into my mouth, and then a GoPro on the front and the back. So I would have 360-degree view, plus the IR camera that I'd have in my hand. And you know what? I might even put like LED lights on that, so I'm just illuminated. You know what I mean? That's how I would ghost hunt, like a Ghostbuster. I wouldn't go in there with a flashlight in my hand. I'd be outfitted, dude.
That's when they capture something downright chilling.
Και τι ράδιο είναι αυτό? Ραδιόφωνο παίζει.
What the fuck was that?
Όχι.
Από εδώ ακούγεται.
Εσύ έβαλες κάτι.
Όχι ρε.
It's like a phonograph, but that's being spun super slow.
Αλλά και από εδώ ακούγεται. Τα ακούς. Τα ακούς. Αλλά και εδώ από τον τοίχο ακούγεται. Αλλά και τα ακούς.
Πλάκα κάνεις τώρα.
Ράδιο. Αλλά και τα ακούς που παίζει.
It's not even plugged in. All right. When electronics start playing when they're not plugged in, time to go.
Αλλά δεν είναι πουθενά. Κοίτα εδώ ρε.
Είναι δυνατόν να παίζει μόνο του.
Κοίτα εδώ. Αλλά και αυτό δεν παίρνονται μπαταρίες. Σταμάτησε. Δεν είμαστε καλά.
Okay, that's a little creepy. Somewhat explainable. But it would be... I mean, literally, you would have to take this thing apart, install batteries on the inside, some giant capacitors or something, put it in the closet, and then have like a button that turns it on and off, I guess. That's... But... I mean, the dust on it and everything, like, you can see that they're just the first, like, it's been a while since this thing's been fucked with. What the fuck was that? Him breathing out?
Αλακά, έχω τρελαθεί.
Antonis jolts up and calls out to his cameraman. They both hear a very creepy sound coming from somewhere inside a nearby cabinet. They discover it's a radio. But the radio isn't plugged into any power source, and the antique receiver doesn't even have a compartment for batteries. Suddenly, the radio just stops playing, and Antonis and his cameraman are baffled by what they've just witnessed. Eventually, they decide to lay down for a rest once again. It did not go well.
Of course it didn't. Alright, we got multiple camera angles.
Αντώνη, τι γίνεται?
Τι έγινε ρε?
What the shit?
Περίμενε, μη φοβάσαι.
Τι να φοβάμαι, πάμε έξω, πάμε έξω.
Περίμενε,
Πάμε έξω, πάμε έξω. Τώρα λίγο, πάμε έξω. Το άκουσες? Ακούω ήχους. Εγώ ακόμα ακούω ήχους μέσα αυτή τη στιγμή.
Εντάξει, ήταν ό,τι πιο πιο δυνατό έχω ζήσει. Ό,τι πιο ανατριχιαστικό έχω ζήσει.
Εγώ δεν μπαίνω.
Τα πράγματα πώς θα τα πάρουμε? Θα τα πέσουμε.
Το πρωί.
Θα πάρω τουλάχιστον κάποια πράγματα, ρε φίλε, γιατί δεν γίνεται. Έχουμε...
Ωραία.
Κάμες πάνω, τόσα πράγματα. Εντάξει, δεν έχω ζήσει πιο ανατριχιαστικό περιστατικό. Είναι από τα πιο δυνατά.
No less than 3 different
I mean, the fact that one camera shakes, and then what happens? Like, all this just gets blown off the table?
cameras are recording when suddenly the whole house starts to shake. The family photos fly into the air and a chair is thrown across one of the house's rooms. The terrified team runs outside to safety, leaving all of their equipment inside. Antonis explains that this is the creepiest and most intense activity he has ever experienced. So did the Paranormal Activities team capture real paranormal activity on?
Maybe. I mean, the thing is, all that shit happened, and then that guy was already there to, like, pick up the tripod. Like, it had just stopped happening, and he picks up the tripod.
This is the creepiest and most intense activity he has ever experienced. So did the Paranormal Activities team capture?
See, like, as soon as all that stuff happens, that guy's on the camera to pick it up. Which, I mean, if I was going to fake this, you can add camera shake after the fact. You can say camera 1 and camera 2 are playing at the same exact time, that they're all synced up, and they're not. They don't have to be. There's no timestamp on any of this. So it could be as easy as just throwing a chair across the room and then giving it a second and being like, okay, we got that. And the fact that, like, the volume, it doesn't continue. So when all this shit's being blown around, there's some, like, sound happening instead of the actual sound. Because, like, you can see the transition. Let me find it. Where is it? They're all outside. They're all scared. He's laying here. Okay. Let's go back just a little bit more. So this starts shaking first. Now this room starts to shake. There's a sound of which I don't know if that's added in by Nuke, but I doubt it. There's this guy saying, what's happening? This camera's still shaking. This guy's not moving yet. We've got lights going on in this room. I don't see anyone else moving, though. This guy says what's going on. He stands up, and then this guy picks up this while this thing's being thrown, right? The thing that bugs me is if there was sound was clean right there, you couldn't just have a electric leaf blower and blow those fucking things around. Do you know what I mean? Because you would hear a whee of an electric leaf blower, but the sound is all cut up right there.
These team capture real paranormal activity on camera? Are the stories about the abandoned town true? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I mean, it's easy to add camera shake, and it's also easy to blow pictures off a table when there's no... If there was another camera pointing at this dude, like we could see this dude like right here, or we could see his feet and we could see the doorway that guy comes in. There's just a lot of... There's a lot of blind angles.
You can watch the full video and more scary investigation over on the YouTube channel artofkickz for updates and creepy posts that are truly bizarre. Follow me on Instagram here and follow me on Twitter there. Thanks for watching.
It says Nuke's Top 5. If you enjoyed the video, go see Nuke's channel. He's got tons of these. Give him a like, give him a subscription. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a subscription as well. I mean, doesn't cost nothing. I'm going to be doing more reactions like this. I mean, this one didn't have any really good jump scares in it. There were some creepy moments. I feel like, except for Hassan Barbar, like the fact that you would have to do this on a live stream. You would have to have it choreographed so well. And the fact that you're holding a camera and you're scared, like you could accidentally film something you're not supposed to. Do you know what I mean? So that one fact makes it seem extremely unlikely that you could do that and keep doing that effectively without making a mistake. Because this guy does a lot of videos like this, and you know, if you made a mistake and you accidentally filmed like your friend standing up against a wall, you'd blow your cover. Now you could always pass it off as like, I didn't even see this when I was in there, but when I looked back at my camera footage, look what I found. And if your friend's like sitting there in a morph suit, you know what I mean? It would still look really creepy, but yes. I try to do my best to see, you know, explain things, how I would do it. If I was going to do some spooky shit, that's how I would do it. I wouldn't do it how Hassan Barbar does it, though, because that's an extremely hard way to do it. Literally, how these dudes in, where were they at? Greece? How they did it was the easy way to do it. You're not cheating yourself by making it too hard. You're putting a camera here, you're putting a camera here, you're putting a camera here, or so you say. That's the thing, is I could edit this video any way I want. I could watch this video before it happened, which I didn't, but I could, and then predict everything like I'm a genius. And just say this is the first. That's how easy it is. You just lie to the camera. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I'll catch you guys on the flip side for another reaction video. Peace.